Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Jazzy RN. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not new here, welcome back. The goal of my channel is to help nurses pivot from the bedside to remote work. This first company is Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. The job is a pre-certification nurse coordinator. It is full-time. I always go straight to the qualifications. So if you don't meet every qualification, you still should apply. And just a side note, the position balances flexible work arrangements with a collaborative team environment and requires quarterly on-site meetings at the main CHOP hospital. And also they do have Epic in this job description several times. So if you have any Epic experience, add that to your resume. You must have at least a diploma in nursing, a BSN is preferred, 2 years experience in acute pediatric hospital setting required, and 1 year utilization and our pre-certification preferred. I'm going to skip these bullet points here. RN Pennsylvania is required upon hire. Salary is $81,670 to $204,130. Signature Healthcare is hiring a utilization management nurse, RN. Location is Louisville, Kentucky. It is full-time. Must be an RN in good standing. Associates required, a BSN preferred. Basic knowledge of medical necessity criteria such as minimum care guidelines are inequal. Just an FYI, you can go to the description box below. It will take you to this website called Cure the Bedside Burnout. At the top of this website is a list of companies that hires nurses to work remotely. Mostly these companies are for U.S. nurses to work for U.S. companies. There are some companies in the Philippines, Canada, Australia, etc. that hires nurses for their countries. If you click on right here where it says resume tips, it will take you to this new screen. And if you scroll down, you'll see resume tips here. So I mentioned to add platforms to your resume. So this is what it should look like on your resume. Also write your resume with this in mind: what you did, why it's important, how it relates to the job that you want. And here's an example on this page. On the right-hand side, you'll see a template of how my resume is set up. Just make sure your resume has your bullet points for your current job in present tense, and then the bullet points for your previous jobs in past tense. And make sure you have the platforms used on your resume as well. As you can see, I have here. This is an example of a bedside nurse versus insurance nurse. I'm going to skip over that. You can read at your leisure. And here are examples of what you should have on your resume. You don't want to have administer medications on your resume because that's not relevant to working remotely. When you work from home, you're not administering anything to anyone. You want to focus on relevant skills you have at the bedside, and those skills are translatable and transferable to working remotely. And then below that is for Interqual and MCG certification. Now, this does not guarantee you to get a job, but it makes your resume more marketable for a job that requires either Interqual or MCG. And these links here, these are not live hyperlinks. So what you want to do is just go to Google and do a search, or just type in this URL on your search engine. At least 3 years of related case management experience, 3 years of hospital, SNF, or acute rehab clinical experience, certified in case management through ACMA, CCMC, or other credentialed agencies, preferred or willing to obtain after 1 year of employment, and knowledge of Medicare payment methodology and the MDS RUG system, previous experience with MDS and assessment preferred. And this job has a salary range of $75,000 to $89,000 per year. St. Alphonsus is hiring a patient navigator LPN remote. This job is full-time day shift. Schedule is 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. You must be a licensed nurse in the state of Idaho, a LPN at the time of hire, a bachelor's degree in nursing, human resources, healthcare, or related field, or equivalent experience, 3+ years in health plans, provider networks, or medical group practices, 5 years clinical experience preferred for licensed roles. And there's no salary information on this job. Vinca is hiring an LVN case manager. This is remote, full-time. The salary is $28 to $32 per hour. You must have an active unrestricted LPN license in California required, able to work the weekdays 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Pacific time, possibility of evenings and weekends, 2 years experience as a care manager, care navigator, or community health worker supporting vulnerable populations. I'm going to skip some of these bullet points. If you have any experience in Google Workspace, Microsoft Office, add to your resume. And it's preferred to be bilingual in English and Spanish. This job is only considering applicants in Arizona, California, Colorado, Florida, Georgia, Illinois, Nevada, North Carolina, Oregon, Texas, and Washington. Venka's also hiring a case management RN manager. This is full-time remote. The salary is $90,000 to $115,000 per year. Also, travel up to 20 to 25% may be required for training, meetings, and other business needs. Able and willing to work the weekdays, 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Pacific time. Flexibility for potential evenings and weekends. Active unrestricted RN license with the ability to obtain a California licensure within 6 months of hire. Willing to obtain additional state licenses as needed. 2 years of people management experience, 4 years are preferred. 2 to 3 years of care management experience. 1 to 2 years of post-acute experience. I'm going to skip some of these bullet points. And of course, if you have Microsoft and Google experience, as well as Six Sigma and Salesforce, add that to your resume. And just an extra FYI, California salary range, due to state-specific market demands, the salary range for California is higher, and it's between $100,000 to $225,000 annually. Ascension is hiring a utilization review nurse. This is part-time, remote, and day shift. The salary is $78,561 to $110,905. You must be a licensed RN credentialed from the Tennessee Board of Nursing or current home state license for multi-state license recognition, compact state obtained prior to date of hire date or job transfer date required, and at least a diploma from an accredited school or college of nursing or required professional licensure at the time of hire. And just an FYI once more, if you go to the description box below, you'll see Cure the Bedside Burnout. And if you want a list of over 90 companies that hires nurses to work remotely, here's your list. And if you want more information about your resume tips, click on the hyperlink, which is at the top of the screen here. It will take you here, and you will see resume tips as well as where to go for your interqual and MCG certification. And remember, whenever you are creating your resume, focus on what you did, why it's important, and how it relates to the job that you want.